Now we move on to the last lesson, the seventh lesson in module 2. It is about using formulas. This is similar to the previous lessons, but the last bit of thing is conversion, and it is interesting and a little challenging at times, but it's very interesting to learn. So we will move on to the lesson objectives, that is to solve equations for specific variables and to convert units of measure. We will see the keywords: formula, literal equation, dimensional analysis. We will learn both the objectives and all the keywords in this lesson. Now let's move into the lesson. The first part, it's an easy part: solving equations for given variables. Now, formula is basically a standard set of it's a set of relationship which is used to find other relationships. Like it's standard thing, in the sense we have area equals base into length. This is a formula. Now literal equation is similar, but literal equation can be for any equation, not only formulas, anything that has two variables. It should be more than one. So now area A is unknown, B is a variable, L is a variable. This is a literal equation. So the literal equation can be a formula or not a formula. They are called literal equations. We will see now. This is a literal equation. Now here you can see phi A is a variable and B is also unknown, minus 2B is unknown, equals 15. We have two unknown variables, but they have asked only to solve for A. What do? What we need to do is, we need to keep A at one side, A equals, and everything else to the other side. Here B also will be there. So this is how we must get our answer. Let us solve it one by one. First thing, they have clearly mentioned it is A that we need to solve for. So leave the phi A over here, take everything else to the other side. It'll become phi A equals 15, minus becomes plus on the other side, 2B. Now you want only A, so divide both the sides by phi. That will be A equals 15 plus 2B by phi. And that is it. That's the answer. And so you can see this would be the, okay, now this is the answer. Yes, 15 plus, this is B, not 6, I'm sorry, 2B divided by 5. But you can distribute it or simplify this to both the sides, the phi I mean. So what happens over here is split this, 15 by phi plus 2B by phi, and this can be simplified further, 1 and 3, because 15 divided by 3 is 3, 15 divided by phi is 3. It'll be 3 plus 2B by phi. This would be a final answer. So that is it. Even this is correct, but the option may not be there. This option may not be there for your selection. So simplify it further and you will get the answer. Step by step is written over here. It's very simple. You can add 2B on both the sides or just directly take it to the other side for saving time. It's up to you. Here again, we need to solve for P. This is the easy part. Please do it by yourselves. It's just that there are variables on both the sides, the P itself. Okay, try this, pause it, try it, and then we will continue. I hope you tried it. Now here you can see P is unknown, right? But you don't want Q. So what do? Now if I have 2A plus XA, I want only A. I can remove A common outside. That is, A is common, and then I will remove, I will have 2 plus X. Now this both are same. Why? Because if I multiply this A distributive property, it will become 2A plus XA. Now when there are same terms, I can remove these two terms common out because it's repeating at both the sides. So that is what I'll do over here. 7R I don't want, I'll take it to the other side. It will be 4P. I need P's on one side, both the P and Q, right? I need P to the other side. So take it to the other side, it's going to be minus PQ, okay, equals 16 over here as it is. But I want to take this R to the other side, right? 7R, it will become plus 7R. I'll repeat the first step. 4p is as it is, but this pq, I need both the p's on one side so I can remove them common out. So I move it to the other side, it becomes minus pq, 16 as it is, and this plus 7, this minus 7r becomes plus 7r. Now take these two p outside common, so it will become p is gone. But what happens? What's remaining? It's 4 minus q. Now, if you had multiplied this p inside, you're going to get the same equation. So remember this, whenever you have same variable over here, it's added or subtracted, you can take it as common outside, and then it would be the greatest common factor, and then put brackets and write the remaining terms. So you basically multiply and divide both the sides by p. What it is you're multiplying over here by p and dividing inside both the sides by p. So it's equal, right? This p cancels, so that is what it is. But if you just remember you're removing p outside, it's more than enough, and put the brackets and write 4 minus q. This is equal to 16 plus 7r. 7r. And now all you need to do is take this part, multiplication, to the other side. It becomes division. So your value of p would be equal to 16 plus 7r divided by 4 minus q. That is it. That would be the final answer. You can see 16 plus 7r, 4 minus q. However you do, the answer will be the same. Now you can write this first, 7r plus 16, that would be the same thing, because you know, commutative property, you can write first thing or second thing. It's the same thing when you're adding, but subtracting it would mean altogether a different thing. So anyways, we got the same thing, 16 plus 7r divided by 4 minus q. There are some check problems. I would highly encourage you to do it by yourselves. I hope you tried by pausing it. All of you, please do pause, go through it, just try to analyze in your mind, at least if you don't have a pen to write it and solve. But I highly encourage you to get a book, a page, solve it by yourself, you'll learn better. Now I will solve this one over here. You need v, isn't it? So what do? First of all, for v, there are two v's over here. Now you need to get both the v's at one side. But how is that possible? You have a t divided by, you just can't take this v. So first take this t to the other side. It will be 2vt equals w plus v. Now take this v to the other side. It will be 2vt minus v equals w. And take it common. We just now did this. So v is common, 2t minus 1. Now here v is removed common outside. So what is remaining? There is nothing remaining, right? That means it's 1. So you're removing v and v outside. So 2t minus 1 equals w. Take this to the other side. V equals w divided by 2t minus 1. This would be your answer. So it's w divided by 2t minus 1. Since we have brought it to the other side, it's in the denominator. You can leave the brackets or you can remove, it's fine. That is the final answer. Same way over here. It's kind of a real world problem. Now here they have told the area of a trapezoid A is given by this equation. The area of trapezoid is half of h times b1 plus b2. These are the two side lengths. Area A represents the area, h represents the height, b1 represents length of one base, and b2 represents length of other base. Okay, so for the part A, you need to solve for h. You need to solve for h. Take everything to the other side and divide. Keep h at one side. It's very simple. 2 goes to the other side, will be 2a equals h into b1 plus b2. You need only height, so take this to the other side, it will be 2a divided by b1 plus b2. So this would be the value of h. So 2a divided by b1 plus b2. That's the part A. Let's see what's part B. Find the height of the trapezoid with an area of 70 square feet and bases of 22 and 18. Now always remember the base or the side lengths. This can be anything. This can be considered as A1 or, sorry, it's B1 and B. You can consider this as B1 or this as B2. If this is B2, this will be B1, or if you consider this as B1, this will be B2. It doesn't make a difference because you're adding up. It can be any of the values. Now all you need to do is substitute. I will directly write over here H equals, area is 70, 2 times 70 divided by 22 plus 18. You will give you the answer. All you need to do is put in the calculator 2 times 70 divided by 22 plus 18, and that gives you the answer 7 by 2 or 3.5 height. This is it. And that's in feet because all the units are in feet. So important thing was to change the formula to get in terms of height, and then substituting it, you will get the answer. Yeah, one more problem here, part A and part B. First try the part A by yourselves. Pause the video and do try it by yourselves. You can read the problem. It's about a mason jar company which wants to increase the volume of the cylindrical jar by 6 cubic inches. The company's designer wants a formula that states the height of a jar given its volume and radius. The volume of the cylindrical jar modeled is given by this equation, pi r square h. This is the volume. But you need to get it in terms of what? The height. So the part A is getting in terms of height. So h equals V divided by pi r squared. This is your formula in terms of height. So that is the first one. Okay, let's see which is the correct option. It's h equals V by pi r squared. It's the third one, C. Now here they have told if the radius is given r and the original volume is so much, what is the height of the, okay, see now this is important. The original volume is 30 cubic inches and they want to increase it by 6. So for the new jar they want 36 volume. Why? Because it's 30 plus 6, V1. Okay, you need to add it. V final, VF would be 30 plus 6, that is equal to 36. Now over here height will be 36 volume divided by pi is standard, pi r square is given by 5, r is 5, so 1.5 squared. All are in inches, the units are same, so just put this in calculator and you will get the answer. It's 36 divided by pi, shift and this symbol, times 1.5 squared, and the answer is 5.09 or 5.1 inches. Okay, it's taken as 5.09 itself, inches. So this is the answer for the height of the new cylinder with the new volume. Now then we have one more real world problem here about pizzas. The total amount of money Kishi spends on pizza for a party is T equals 13.49 C plus 15.49 P. T represents the total amount of money she spends. Okay, this T is the total amount of money which can be spent to buy pizzas. And then C represents the number of cheese pizza she buys, and P represents the number of pepperoni pizza she buys. Okay, there are two pizzas, that is cheese and pepperoni, and they have given the amount of each one. The cheese one is 13.49 C, pepperoni is 15.49 P. Let's see what we need to solve. If Kishi has $85 to spend on pizza, describe the constraints on this. Okay, constraints means what's the maximum and minimum value in general. So now let's go back over here. See, T is given as $85, isn't it? Now you have the values of these. So how many maximum cheese pizzas can be bought? There are various ways to do this, but I'll tell you the easiest method. You have total $85. So 85 is the maximum. You know, for one cheese pizza it is 13. So how many can you buy? Before we solve this, I'll just give you a simple example. You have 50 dirhams and you go to a shop, supermarket or something. You need a chocolate, okay, a pack of 2 chocolates, and it costs you 10 dirhams for each packet. Okay, now one packet costs 10 dirhams. How many packets can you buy in 50 dirhams? It's 50, isn't it? But what do you, 5, isn't it? What do you do? You have 50 dirhams, each is 10, so 50 divided by 10 would give you 5. That means you can buy 5 chocolates, 5 packets of chocolates. So the same way, you have totally 85 dirhams here. Let's start with pepperoni pizza. Each pepperoni pizza costs 15.49. What is the maximum number of pizzas you can buy? You should just divide this by 15.49. So you can buy 5.5, but we can't buy 5.5. We can maximum buy 5. If it was 6 point something, it would be 6 because you need whole pizzas, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is half. No one's gonna give you half like that. This is not possible. You can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pizzas. So this is the answer. Now same thing for the cheese pizza. You need to just change this as 13. What's the answer? It's 6.3. That means it's more than 6. If that is the case, you can buy maximum of 6 pizzas, cheese pizzas. So you can see the maximum number of cheese pizzas Kishi can buy is 6, because she can buy 6 pizzas and no pepperoni pizzas. If you're buying 6 cheese pizzas, you can't buy any pepperoni pizzas. It becomes 0. Same way, but this is the money, right? Without exceeding that. Same way, you can buy 5 pepperoni pizzas without any cheese pizzas, but the maximum is only 5. We saw that. We got 5 point something. That was 5.48, almost 5.5, 5.5, but maximum would be 5 pizzas. And what's the minimum number of pizzas? You can't have a negative number. Minimum would be 0. Like, you have the money, but you think, I don't want any pizzas. I'll buy 0 pizzas of cheese and pepperoni pizzas. That is the minimum number. You can't have any negative values. Now that is the part A, just to describe this constraints. What happens over here? Maximum number of cheese pizzas, maximum number of pepperoni pizzas, and the least number of pizzas is 0. The part B is to solve for C. This is again simple. What happens? You need to take everything to the other side and leave C over here. It'll be T minus 15.49P, because you need only for cheese pizzas, and 13.49C equals, this goes to the other side, it will be T minus 15 point so on so, and the answer would be T minus 15.49P divided by this coefficient of cheese pizza, that is 13.49. The answer is this one. That's the equation. You can see T minus 15.49 divided by 13.49. That is equal to C value. I forgot to write this. That's C. Okay. Now there's another thing. Let's just keep this for now. There's one more thing. If Kishi has $85 to spend on pizzas and she needs to buy 3 pepperoni pizzas, find the maximum number of cheese pizzas that can be bought. Now this is interesting. We have to keep this equation because they have given the total amount of money T and they have told the value of P, that is 3 pepperoni pizzas. How many cheese pizzas in that case? So C is number of cheese pizzas, isn't it? We have T is 85 minus 15.49 multiplied by 3 for pepperoni pizzas divided by 13.49, and over here all we need to do is substitute this equation. 85 minus 15.49 multiplied by 3 divided by 13.49, that is equal to 2.85. Now you can't buy 2 and 8/5 of a pizza. You need to buy the whole number. What's the maximum number of whole pizzas? That is 2 pizzas. So if you're buying 3 pepperoni pizzas, you can buy maximum of 2 cheese pizzas and there will be some money remaining. So here you can see maximum of 2 cheese pizzas can be bought, provided 3 pepperoni are bought in this particular money, that is $85. So that is the third part. Now here, please do try solving this one. I'll read the problem. Ella makes a video game that becomes very popular. She creates a formula P equals 40C minus 300 to model a profit. P given the number of copies sold, C taking into account, P is the profit, given the number of copies sold, C, that is C is the number of copies that are being sold, taking into account that $300 fee that she had paid a retailer to sell a game. Which equation would model number of copies C that must be sold to yield a specific amount of profit? Now this is the given equation, right? They are just asking you, you need to write everything in terms of C, which is the equation to model how many copies C must be sold. That means take everything to the other side. It will be P minus 300 equals 40C. Divide both the sides by 40. You will get P minus 300 divided by 40 equals C. That's it. That is okay. Here are your options. Now I have done a major mistake here. I hope I hope you understand the mistake. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. Wait. This is the correct answer I saw, but what is the mistake I did? Minus 300 to the other side becomes plus 300. This is the final answer. Now here it is P plus 300. Over here we have divided by 40. So that is the answer. Now if you're splitting 40 on both the sides, this will be divided by 40. And that is not done here. So answer 4, P plus 300 by 40 is the answer. Please do not make the mistake I made. Whenever you move some numbers to the other side of equal to, change its sign. So that was the thing. Okay, that is the end of literal equations where we had variables on both the sides. Now we come to the interesting topic of dimensional analysis. Now, performing any operations with units, that is basically dimensional analysis or unit analysis. Now, these are the steps, points which you need to take, but I'll tell you in one by one. But before that, let me just tell you, you want to know how many seconds are 5 hours. Okay, now let's see, 5 hours. I need to convert to how many seconds is 5 hours. How do you do this? So one way to do is you need to convert to the next unit of hours. What is next of hours? It is days will be more, but lesser than hours is minutes. So we know, okay, let's leave it over here. We know 1 hour H is equal to how much? Is 60 minutes. This is the conversion, isn't it? So now what you can do is 1 equals 60. We have done this in the last lesson. Okay, giving the relationships, proportions. 1 hour equals 60, but this is wrong. You need to divide by the respective hours. 1 by 5 equals X. How many minutes is it converted? So this is what we had done in the last class. If you have a relationship, right, 1 equals 60. Then how many hours we need to find? 5. Write it below the hours. This is hours and this is minutes. So 60 minutes is for 1 hour. How many is 5? So you need to solve it. X goes to the other side. X times 1 is X. 60 times 5 is equal to 300. But this is not over. We know that 300 minutes is 5 hours. Now how many seconds? I want in seconds. Now let's take 1 minute is 60 seconds. Now 1 equals 60. How many minutes are there? 300 equals X. So take X to the other side equals 60 into 300. So it is 8 times 3 is 18. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 18,000 seconds. So 5 hours would mean 18,000 seconds. This is how you can convert. Now this would take a long time. If it's a long conversion, you need to keep on converting. Okay, from say if I give you like 2 months, months to days, days to hours, hours to minutes, minutes to seconds, it's going to take a long time. This is fine if you're okay with it, okay, if you're not understanding any method. But now the method which I'm going to tell is an interesting method. Now look over here, 5 hours. You need to analyze the quantities. Now you need to analyze the quantities in the sense, hours means it's big or small. Hours is something that is, you like, many minutes would be small hours. So let's imagine this one. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? Now hours, I have 5 hours. Minutes would be much minutes. So what I need to do is I just need to multiply here, because I need to get many minutes. So I need to multiply 60 minutes. This is what 60 minutes means, 1 hour. So this cancels with the dimension and you just have to multiply. But if you're getting confused with the dimensions, it's fine. All you need to do is just remember you have 5 hours. You need to convert into minutes. First, just multiply by 60. That's 300 minutes. Now you need to convert this to seconds. You're going backwards. So again, multiply by 60. This is your answer, 18,000. This is what we got. Now, if at all you had 36,000 seconds, now you need to convert this to minutes. How do you do it? You know, 1 minute is 30 seconds, 60 seconds. What am I saying? So you see over here, minutes are smaller. I have many seconds over here, many seconds, 36,000. So I need to get a smaller answer when I'm going to minutes, when I'm going back. So I just need to divide it by 60. So I just divide this by 60. What is the answer? 600. But I want in hours. So I need to again divide 600 and divide it by 60, or I can just do it like this. It's 10 hours, but I'll do step by step. See here, 3600 divided by 60, I got so many minutes, 600 minutes. I need to divide 600 minutes by 60, so I'll get 10 hours. So the answer is 10 hours. 36,000 seconds is 10 hours. This is just a basic understanding. We'll look into the problems, you'll understand better now. Here you have Mark is purchasing an above ground swimming pool. The salesperson says the pool will hold 97,285 liters of water. If 1 gallon equals 3.785 liters, determine approximately how many gallons of water Mark's pool can hold. So a swimming pool requires nearly 100,000 liters of water. But we need to convert from gallons to gallons, because he needs to know in gallons. 1 gallon is 3.7 liters, 3.7 liters of water, any liquid. Okay, 1 gallon is 3.75. Now you can do one thing. 1 equals 3.785. Divide, this is liters, right? Divide this. 97,285. This will be x. You can solve it. You will get the answer. But another way, which I told you. Now this is, okay, liters. All in liters. Look which is lesser. Gallons is less. Now you want this liters to be in gallons. 97,285. Now this needs to be in gallons. That means your final answer will be reduced. Reduction means you need to divide this number. To get 1 gallon, just divide it. 3.785. What is the answer? It is 25,702 gallons. So that will be your answer. Now it's approximated to 3. 25,703 gallons. That's what's the answer. Now let's see one more. For the chef to prepare the dishes for the next hour, Adelina needs to provide them with 96 cloves of garlic. Now garlic is, one of the spices which will be in a bunch. Okay, it's very hard to draw it from. Okay, it's something like this, and there'll be many cloves in the garlic, isn't it? There'll be many cloves in the garlic. So over here, she needs to totally provide 16 individual cloves for the chef. However, she can purchase bags of whole, she can only purchase bags of whole garlic. Okay, now when she buys from the shop or wherever she gets it, she can only get whole garlic. Like this whole garlic will be there, and she needs to make the cloves. And now if each bag of garlic contains 3 heads, now she will get 1 bag of garlic. 1 bag, there will be 3 garlics in this. Okay, that's fine. But the most important thing is each garlic will have only 8 cloves. One head will have 8 cloves. How many bags should she purchase? Now, one whole garlic has 8 cloves. How many heads will have 96 cloves? That is what we want. Now, here you need to realize one head equals 8 cloves. That means 96 divided by 8 would be the answer. Now, you need to try to analyze this a lot. Let me remove all this. Let me write one head and cloves. Okay, one head is having 8 cloves. 96 cloves means how many heads? Or you can imagine over here, cloves means small thing. See, one head is 8 cloves. We need 96 cloves. We have 96 cloves we want, but we need it in terms of heads. How many heads are there? All you need to do is understand that heads will be a smaller number. Cloves is bigger. That is what we have. Head will be smaller. So divided, we need to get a smaller number. Divided by 8, you will have 12. So 12 heads. So 12 heads is what she requires to get 96 cloves. So if she peels out this one garlic is there, one head, you will get 8. So she needs 12 like that. 1, 2, 3. So 12 must be there, which she needs to clean, and she'll get 96 cloves. But before that, they have not asked how many heads. They have told how many bags of garlic. This is one more thing. We know 12 heads, yes, but one bag contains how many? 3 heads, 3 whole garlics. Again, one bag is less. You have more heads. You have 12 heads, but divided by how many? One bag contains 3. So how many bags are required? 4 bags. The final answer is 4. But it's little confusing. See, what assumptions must Elena make while calculating number of bags to buy garlic? Here, let's see the options. The chefs needs she needs to buy garlic, yes, but what is the important thing she needs to know? She needs to know each head of the garlic has exactly 8 cloves. I think so. Okay, this is all similar. Wait, each head of garlic has exactly 6 cloves. Yes, this is what she needs to know. Why? Because if she knows this, then only she can convert, she can solve, isn't it? She doesn't. She already knows this is, yes, this is what she needs to provide, but she needs to know this equation. One head is 8 cloves. Only then she can find how many heads to get 96 cloves. So this is very important. And then how many bags must she purchase? So she has 12 heads to get 96 cloves, and 12 divided by how many? 3 will be 4. So answer is 4 here. This is the answer. So these many bags are required. 4 bags. Now you can also double check your answer. You have 4 bags. Each bag will have 3 garlics. Okay. So you have 12 garlic heads. Each garlic head will have 8 cloves. So 96. Yes, that's the correct answer. So you can do the reverse thing and get the question as well. Now here we have one more problem. A recipe calls for 20 fluid ounces of milk. If Neeta buys a half gallon of milk, how many batches of that recipe can she make? Now here you need 20 fluid ounces of milk, okay, and 8 fluid ounces is given as 1 cup, but these are few conversion factors. 1 gallon is 4 quarts, 1 quart is 2 pints, 1 pint is 2 cups, and 1 cup is 8 ounces. And then from 8 ounces you can, it's the same thing, sorry, last one. Now what we need, we know recipe calls for how much? 2 fluid ounces. We need to go to how many batches? Okay. Now this is 1 batch, means 20 fluid ounces. Okay. After this, you should get 1 batch equals 20 fluid ounces. After converting fluid ounces, 1 recipe, that is 1 batch, means 20 fluid ounces. So that is the conversion. But now over here, one second, where is the given? If she buys, okay, this given over here, if Neeta buys half gallon of milk, so we have got gallon. Now gallon means something very huge. It's like, now just now we did gallons and liters. Gallons is huge. So if we have half gallon, that would mean it's many liters. It's about 1.5 liters. Or you can see over here, quarts is less, gallon means more. 1 gallon means many quarts. Now, how would you convert it? So you need to understand that the gallon which you have will be more in other units, because gallon means much already. If I have 1 gallon, it means many quarts. I need to multiply. Before it was less, right? Now it's more. In the previous problem it was less. Now you can do one thing. How much is it? Sorry, half gallon. That is 0.5 gallon. Multiplied with 4. This is number of quarts. Now multiply this quarts with 2 pints. Now you're getting 4 pints. Multiply this with 2 cups. You're getting 8 cups in total. And lastly, you can multiply with 8 ounces. Now, for a recipe, now whatever milk she has bought, she has totally 84 ounces, fluid ounces of milk. So this is how we can convert easily and directly. Otherwise, you can always go back to the relationship proportion method. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Let me just go a little back. Now, how many gallons you have? 0.5 equals X. You can solve this. And then that X value, that will be 2, okay? Now, that is in quarts. You have 2 quarts divided by X. You find this X value. You will get 4 pints. And then again use that pints and so on. You can continue like that. Or you can directly understand gallons, when you're converting to the other units, will be more, bigger. It won't be less. It's much more. So to become more, you need to keep on multiplying. You will get the answer more. That's how we get 64 fluid ounces. Now, it's not over. 64 fluid ounces of milk she has, but for one recipe she needs, one batch she needs 20. So how many she can do in 64? Just divide 64 by 20. Why? Because one batch is how much? 20 ounces, Oz, okay? Now she has how much? 64 ounces. Batches is how much? Less. In the last section we had gallons, which was, which will become more, but now ounces will become less. See, 20 ounces is only one batch. So 64 ounces will divided by 20 will give you 3.2 batches. So you can do 3.2 batch. Like in this one recipe you need 20 fluid ounces. So you should take like that only 3.2. Basically she can do 3 and 3.2 times whatever batches, that's it. So this is how you can solve it. Okay, of pudding over here it's written bread pudding. Now that's how we solve this problem. Now let's look into one more problem here. On average, a dairy cow produces 832 ounces of milk a day. How many gallons of milk does a dairy cow produce each year? Now this is another trick question. Why? You have been told all this ounces, quarts, all gallons, everything conversion. But there is not only that. They have told 832 ounces a day, and we need the final answer in a year. For 1 year, how much do we get? So first of all, let's convert 1. From ounces, let's convert to gallons, because they need what? Gallons in a year, right? First, 1 gallon will be much ounces. It's about, many ounces, like 32 or something, okay? So you should see we have ounces which will be reduced, isn't it? Gallons will be less. Whenever we convert ounces to gallons, the final answer will be less. Whereas if we convert gallons to ounces, the final answer will be more. Now we have how much? 832 ounces. we need to divide it because gallons will be less. So now 8 ounces divided by, sorry, 832 ounces divided by, to get in cups, divided by 8. What is the answer? 104. Now 104 divided by 4. So we get in from cups to quarts. Now we have 26 quarts. Now 26 quarts divided by 4 will give you gallon, because 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Now the answer is 6.5 gallons. This is for each day, you're gonna get 6.5 gallons per day. Okay, this is fine. So one cow, dairy cow, will produce 6.5 gallons of milk per day. But you don't want per day, you need per year, each year. So now imagine you're saving 10 dirhams each day. So one day you will have 10 dirham, 2 days you will have 20 dirhams. After 1 month, after 30 days, you're gonna have 300 dirhams. For after 1 year, you're gonna have a lot of dirhams. It'll be about 3,624. Something 340, I guess. So just multiply 365, 3,650, sorry. So what you're doing is, you have to just keep on multiplying. Your answer will become more. As many days go by, the value increases and increases. So you need to keep on multiplying, isn't it? So here, you have 6.5 gallons one day. You need to keep on multiplying this. You need to multiply this by 365. This is what you will have in 1 year. So these are the two answers. 65 gallons per day is correct, but then you will have 2,372.5 per year. So this is 6.5, correct, but it's not per year, it's per day. Multiply this answer by 365, you will get 3,272.5 gallons per year. This is your final answer. So here, ounces, you divided by, continuously divide by 8, divide by 4, divided by 4, and got gallons per day. But then you need to multiply by 365 to get a year. Okay, we have another problem here using dimensional analysis. In Noel, the main character Aiko can run long distances at 16.5 kJ per second. It's a different unit of measure. Now here, Carla knows that the Olympic record for running marathon distances of 26.2 miles is about 126.5 minutes. She wonders if Aiko can beat that record. If 1 Kanejako is equal to 10 by 33 meters, find how far can Aiko run in miles in that amount of time. Okay, 1 mile is 1.6 meters. Sorry, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers or 1,609 meters. Okay, so now we need to do what? Conversion of this Kanejako to miles. So first of all, they have told Kanejako, 1 Kanejako is 10 by 33. So what you can do is directly multiply. Since it's in a ratio, they have told 1 Kanejako, 16.5. 1 Kanejako is how much? 10 by 33. What is the answer? You can directly do this. 16.5 into 10 divided by 33. Now this is what we get in meters. So because Kanejako is is not a usually conversion unit, just convert into meters. Then we can deal with which is bigger, which is small. So Kanejako, they have told 1 Kanejako is this much. So just substitute 16.5 into so much. You're getting the answer of 5. So basically that is 5 meters, okay, per second. Now it's similar to the last problem because we have 2 dimensions over here. Now what do? We need to convert this meter to mile. Now look over here, meters are big. You can see meters means many meters, miles will be less. So here you have 5 meters. How many miles are they? 5 divided by 1609.344. This is the meters. What miles? This is miles per second. But we have over here in seconds. We don't want in seconds, we want in minutes, So 5 meters multiplied by 60 divided by this number will give you the answer. So we have 0.1864 meters miles per minute. So you can see here the conversion. I mean, you can use this conversion rate and stuff, but ultimately the answer will be the same. Let's see, where have we? Okay, they have directly found the answer. Anyways, we will also do the same thing. I hope you can understand till over here what happened. Here we have converted from this 5 meters to miles, and from miles per second we have converted to minutes. So for 1 minute, in terms of miles, he can run 0.1864. But this is for 1 minute. But what we need, this was run for how many? 126.5. So multiply this for 126.5 minutes, you're going to get the answer. So this 0.1864 is miles per minute. Miles per minute. Now, how many can be run for 126.5 is just multiply the answer 126. Multiply the answer by 126.5. The answer is 23.58. Let's see. The final answer is 23.5. That's 23.6 miles. Okay. So now if you compare, let's go back. Compare what the Olympic runner ran. That Olympic runner was running 26.2 miles per second per 126 minutes. Here the character Aiko can run 23.6 miles. So Aiko would not be able to defeat the Olympic marathon record time. So this is the answer. Now I'll just quickly go back because there are too many dimensions over here. See, to convert this Kanijaku to meters, it's directly given. 1 Kanijaku is 10 divided by 33. So just substitute this over here, or you can do that. 1 Kanijaku is 10 by 33 divided by 16.5 divided by x. You can do the cross multiplication and get it by proportions. Same thing. After that, you have in meters. We got some answer in meters. From meters to here miles. So we have 1 mile is equal to so many meters. It was 5 meters divided by 5 divided by x. You will get in miles. And then that is miles per second. So we need to get in terms of minutes. So all you need to do is multiply by 60. If you multiply seconds by 60, it'll become minutes. And then what you do is multiply 126.5 minutes, you will get the final answer. That's how we solve it. Here you can go through this. Everything is there in detail. The conversions. Over here, all the conversions can be done together and get in terms of one answer. And then the time conversion can be done all together once. They have got in miles per minute, and then multiply 126.5 minutes, you will get the final answer. So this is about dimensional analysis. I know it's not very easy at once, but more practice problems will make it very easy. And there are various ways. I have told you to compare the units. See what is going to be big. The final answer is going to be big or small. If it's going to be big, you need to multiply. If it's going to be small, you need to divide. That is one way, easy way to understand in real times. Say for example, I have 1 hour. How many seconds? So the answer in seconds is going to be big, isn't it? Because 1 hour is less compared to seconds. So, I mean, it's the 1 hour, but seconds will be many seconds. So you need to multiply 60 and 60. Whereas if you have 3,600 seconds, divide, you will get more answers, right? So 3,600 divided by 60, you will get in minutes. Again, divide by 60, you will get in hours. So this is the thing. Understand a relationship and then try to solve. I hope this was helpful. Please do watch it again. If you're getting stuck anyway, you can write your questions in the comment sections, and please do solve more problems by yourselves and you will be thorough. Thank you guys. And one last request, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. You can scan this link or you can just click on Best Math and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Your subscription would mean so much to me. And thank you so much for watching my videos, and do share it among your friends who might find it helpful. And this is the last lesson in this chapter. See you soon in the next chapter's first lesson. Bye bye for now.